Last week, President Obama did something remarkable. He called together a joint session of Congress for what was essentially a campaign speech. We were told that this speech would represent a bold new approach to job creation by the president. Instead, what we heard was a new version of the same old song. Consider just a few moments from last week's address.
Pass this jobs bill and we can put people to work rebuilding America. Everyone here knows we have badly decaying roads and bridges all over the country. Our highways are clogged with traffic. Our skies are the most congested in the world. It's an outrage. Building a world-class transportation system is part of what made us an economic superpower. And now we're going to sit back and watch China build newer airports and faster railroads at a time when millions of unemployed construction workers could build them right here in America?
Sounds great, right? Who could object to upgrading our national infrastructure? The only problem is that, according to the president, that goal was already supposed to be accomplished by his stimulus package. Here he is pitching it just 10 days after taking office in January 2009.
We will rebuild crumbling roads and retrofit aging transit systems and renovate 10,000 schools for our children.
The president also had something to say last week about housing, one of the most troubled sectors of our economy.
And to help responsible homeowners, we're going to work with federal housing agencies to help more people refinance their mortgages at interest rates that are now near 4%.
Sound familiar? Yes, this too is yet another retread from the earlier days of 2009.
Here's the good news. At the beginning of this administration, we said we were going to tackle directly the problems that homeowners were experiencing and figure out ways in which we could provide them assistance in reducing their interest rates, modifying their loans so that they would be in a position to stay in their homes and reduce their monthly payments. And around the table here you see some wonderful families who have taken advantage of what are now historically low mortgage rates.
The president's entire speech was just more of the same. More big government, more debt, and more roadblocks thrown in the way of true economic growth. At least he said one thing that makes sense.
These men and women grew up with faith in an America where hard work and responsibility paid off. They believed in a country where everyone gets a fair shake and does their fair share. Where if you stepped up, did your job, and were loyal to your company, that loyalty would be rewarded with a decent salary and good benefits. Maybe a raise once in a while. If you did the right thing, you could make it. Anybody could make it in America.
We agree with the president that the American ideal is working hard in order to secure a comfortable living for your family. But count us a little skeptical that he means it. Why, you ask? Well, we'll let him tell you.
So what's working fine for them wasn't working for ordinary Americans. And we've learned that clearly. It doesn't work out fine for the country. It's got to change. Now, what we're doing, I want to be clear. We're not trying to push financial reform because we begrudge success that's fairly earned. I mean, I do think at a certain point you've made enough money.
That's Barack Obama's America, a place where it's tragedy to be poor and an exercise in bad taste to be rich. That's this week's Freedom Minute.